Alright, I've already mulliganed, so we'll be keeping this. Dodgy hand. Need some more mana though, damn. And of course they give us a bloody white card after we played this first. Okay, Signet, okay. I don't really know what to do. I guess we'll go for the Infect and then next turn... we really hope to get a land so we can use Vraska's Fall, really. That would be nice. Okay. I was lucky. Get rid of the Cruel Claw. That is a really awesome swamp, I have to say. The Umbracool there. So going to hit him for 1, and it's important to try and do some Infect. Because we've got some synergy here. Proliferation. Dark Ritual. Oh no. Here it comes again. So now we need more removal. Submit. Anoint with Affliction. Exile that creature if they have 3 or more poison. Well, that was very lucky, wasn't it? Oh, Blummeneck, doing that with commons and commons was pretty awesome. Guys, welcome to the channel, and today we're looking at Atraxa Praetor's Voice, the budget build. There's 2 reasons you might be on this video. Number 1, you love Atraxa, but you don't have enough money or time to unlock all of the wildcards needed to make a really super expensive, super duper effective deck. So you're here to see a budget build. This build, in fact, only has 1 mythic rare in the entire build. So this is the deck for you. Secondly, you might just like to see different takes on builds and see if they're competitive enough to win even without the rares. Now, there's a caveat to both these things. Just because I'm using a budget build with only 1 mythic does not mean I will be queued, and it does not mean you will be queued only against weaker opponents. That's not how the algorithm works, and I'm not sure if it ever did, but I still will face really powerful enemies using this. So sadly, in a weird roundabout way, they've kind of made it worse, because I've noticed that it's a lot more driven around your matchmaking rank, your MMR, which is hidden depending on how much you win and lose. And I feel like I must have won a lot because I always seem to face people who are always going first and also just ridiculously powered decks. So me using this deck is kind of a flex. If I can win any game, it's a flex because it's very challenging, very difficult, but you get to play the game of Magic, Brawl, with literally no rares apart from this. So let's have a look at some of the cards included. You'd actually be surprised some of the power level of the cards that are actually already in this deck. Obviously, you're not going to have anything too crazy, but there are some really nice synergistic pieces. I'm going to kind of go around randomly looking at stuff. Elders Reborn is one of my favourite removal spells of all time. The fact it's uncommon, it kind of belies the fact that it does 3 things. It's like a Planeswalker. It comes in, kills something, lets them discard, and lets you reanimate. Also, if it Atraxa's out, you can proliferate this, make it happen a turn faster. Vivid Surgeon's Insight's nice, draw 3 cards, proliferate. And obviously, the build we've gone for here is Toxic, because it's probably the most effective way to kill your opponent with Atraxa. I was thinking of going Super Friends, but there's not that many uncommon Planeswalkers that work that well at this level, so we had to go for lots of cheap creatures. That's where the curve is so aggressive, and pretty much every one of the creatures we have, how many got, but 24ish creatures, loads of them have Toxic, which translates into when it hits it deals that much poison. So stuff like Necrogen Rot Priest, whenever a toxic creature hits you get an additional poison counter, which is really nice. What else do we have? Just really good removal. Mortality Spear, Binding, Venomous Brutalizer, 4 mana, 4/4 Toxic 3 is pretty good. Whenever it enters, you can pay 2 to proliferate. Very similar to Tainted Observer, but I think this is actually weirdly better. Whenever another creature comes in, you can pay 2 to proliferate. So this is just inevitability. Just allows you to win, not even by attacking. That's exactly why Atraxa is one of the most popular commander decks of all time. So I just had to make this deck. Grow All Together is really interesting. An uncommon from Alchemy that says seek 2 creature cards from among the top 10, then shuffle and creature cards in your hand perpetually get +1/+1. Kind of bonkers. Kind of not played that much. Nice things like Vraska's Fall, removal, and gives your opponent a poison counter. There's a few cards that do this, just do X and give poison. Infectious Inquiry, draw 2, lose 2. Each opponent gets infect counter. We've got the prologue to Pharesis. Each opponent gets a poison counter, draw a card. It's weird how they order the importance of these. Like, some cards, the poison counters on the bottom, and some cards, the poison counters on the top. I don't really know the logic behind that. I think it just must be random. And then you have removal with built-in proliferation, which is nice. You've got creatures with built-in proliferation when they hit. You've got Thrumming Bird. And you've got just a bit of double strike toxic. This guy, whenever it hits, proliferate as well. A surprisingly incredible amount of removal spells in uncommon. You certainly get to see how the game is built when you make decks like this, and it sounds like a weird thing to say, but a lot of white removal, for instance, all the best white removal is normally rare or mythic, I've noticed. There's only one Bovine Intervention that's uncommon, but this is probably the best one that isn't rare or mythic, I think. Just right off a creature, give an Ox, I think that's pretty good. But if you look at all the black kill spells, the stuff that you probably use anyway, Bit of Triumph, Feed the Cycle, which is a new one with Forage or Pay Black as an additional cost, but it's 2 mana to kill walk or creature, which is really great. Feed the Swarm, Fell, Infernal Grasp, Power, Kill. These are all the best black removal spells that I would use anyway. So, and then we've got Finn the Fangbearer, which lets you hit for 2 poison whenever you hit with a Death Toucher, which there's a bit of crossover with Death Toucher and poison in the deck. Unnatural Restoration, Return a Permanent, and then Proliferate. There's so many great cards. It's just surprising. What else do we have? Skull Piercer, that whenever it hits, a random non-land card in that player's hand gains whenever you cast a spell gets a poison counter. That's pretty interesting as well. It might mean that you're stopping your opponent from casting a few of the spells in the hand. Soul Stealer Axe is one of the nicest ways in uncommon or less rarity to get stuff from your deck, because a lot of the rare and mythic equipments are just, well, we can't put in the deck, so we have to find another way. We've also got 1, 2, 3. We've got 3 mana dorks that come down on turn 1, which is really great. Fatal Push, and just basically loads of random infectors. But yeah, I think for a budget deck, you can't really complain. There's just, it costs you 1 Atraxa, and a lot of these cards, common and commons, you're probably going to have laying around anyway. I think the toughest part of the deck really is the land base, because it's 4 color. It's pretty tough to. That's definitely the area I struggled in. So we've got 5, 5, 5, 6 for the basics, and then a lot of dual lands that come in tapped, unfortunately. There's not really much else we can do. We've got Port Town, which comes in untapped, unless you reveal Plains or Island. We've got a few effects like this. Combine that with the fact we've got the snow duels with dual types as well is quite nice, because we're also using Into the North, which lets you put a snow land into play from your deck. And yeah, loads of these duels. The landscapes, which are actually better than Evolving Wilds, come in and get that for colours, which does not help casting Atraxa, but you can sack it to get yourself one of 3 basic land types, or you can cycle it later on. So these are kind of decent. Got a Sandstep Citadel, Opulent Palace. These are like our budget triomes, essentially. And obviously Command Tower, the best land in the format. But yes, I think it's decent. It's not going to win every single game. I'm telling you that now, so don't come in thinking that's going to happen. But I've definitely won quite a fair amount of games with it, considering the downsides that we're facing. So if you like this deck, I recommend giving it a go. There's pretty much no downside. I mean, look how many commons and uncommons I've got. 430 commons, 274 uncommons, and these are all just unlocked through drafting or other means anyway. So you could probably make this deck as just a freebie deck and just see how it goes. I think Atraxa's fine for the format. When she first came out, I thought it was a bit too much, but yeah, since then, in hindsight, she's kind of fair, kind of balanced. Doesn't really do too much unless the Infect or the Planeswalkers are out. So seeing this in the queue doesn't bother me too much. I don't really like to perpetuate stuff that's too toxic. I don't want to be making 50,000 Rusko videos, for instance, like some other creators. But yeah, we'll make a couple just to see if I'll probably go through some of my old decks and make a budget of some of the strong ones just to see if people kind of resonate with it. But yeah, it's just interesting to kind of go through this avenue of budget decks. I've got a fair few now. You can go look back. I've got 7 or 8 in the playlist. You can check those out and see if if you're on the side of the game where you don't really want to spend too much money or pay, then these decks are straight for you. Like, subscribe, support the channel, support me Ko-fi or Patreon also helps me a lot as well, because yeah, it just helps me go a little bit further into the whole creation of it all, because it just takes so much time to make these videos. It's really tough, especially with 2 kids. But yeah, let's get into the gameplay. Alright, we're facing Pantlaza. Kind of annoying to have to face this because this is really, really powerful. But there we go. And then you come into some games and you're ready to play, and just some people aren't ready. I'm trying to think of a way to get around that. What if they made you pre-mulligan? So what if they made you... Yeah, I don't think that would work. Like you'd see the enemy commander, and you know when you're going to go first before the game loads, and then it would, let's say, give you enough time to decide on the mulligan when the game actually starts, and no one's waiting. I don't know how that would work, but probably wouldn't work, to be honest. Go for a ratty. How much on a bet they're going to play green source this turn? How did I know that? Just had a feeling. Cabaretti Revels. Oh, that's a nasty card, that is. Reel this. And we'll go for Tainted Observer. Let's start the Infectrain. So we're going to struggle to beat Cabaretti Revels, I have to say. That's a super challenge for us. Okay, Signet. Settle. Oh, Christ. 5/6. They've got so much mana. I actually think we're going to kill the Revels here, because that's going to give them way too much advantage. We can't deal with... because they're already going to cascade. Let alone cascade twice. You know, that's just ridiculous. What does this give them then? And that gives them a Human Druid. Exile card from a graveyard. You can cast dinosaurs with this. So they could do that to the Pantlaza, cast it. Do we want to kill... Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power. I guess we kill the Pantlaza so they stop getting the cascade. That's important, isn't it? And then we attack. If they block, we get to proliferate. Okay, that's fine. They're at 5. Then we can return a permanent card and proliferate. Okay, we'll go for the Branch Blight Stalker. Toughness 4. So the only way we can deal with this and Infectious Bite is if we have the Atraxa out, annoyingly. Defense of the Heart. Oh no. Oh no, that's not good. Even opponent controls 3 or more 3 or more creatures. Okay. Alright, let's see what they do then. Can we win with just 2? It'd be a bit counterproductive if they block this. Well, what's the point of playing defense then? That kind of doesn't make any sense, does it? Wouldn't you say? They play a card that cares about us having 3, then they keep blocking it. So what was the point? Okay. There are 8. Board wipe would screw us up, but we can recast Atraxa. I think we win, depending on what this is. And it's a Wingbane Vantasaur. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Conjure a Savage Stomp. Conjure a Naturalize. So Savage Stomp is fight, isn't it? But it is... they don't have the mana for it. And it has Reach, which is cheeky, but... control deals damage. Deals damage. It's not fight, my friend. They thought they had us there, didn't they? They thought they had us. Oh, we got him. We got him. Defense of the Heart. Foolish mistake. Which I probably should have just played something else. I'll keep it, but I'm not happy. Because this is tapped. The game's so odd. It gives you like 2 or 3 tap lands or 2 basics. It's just so... I never just get, like, a nice spread. Really, really bizarre. But there we go. Starscape Cleric. Life gains. Life gain deck. Something or other. Yeah, okay. Ooh. Exile a guy. Let's draw. Because we want to get some lands, please. Okay, we got one, thank goodness. And then next turn, I'm thinking... maybe we exile the commander with the Annex Entry. This is super pushed. Like, back in the day, you'd have a 3-mana card that came in and exiled something until it left. But now it's... I guess it's mana value 3 or less. I suppose that's the one downside. But it has Infect, so... ooh, all these triggers, though. That is kind of scary. So we really do want some removal. What do we want to get her of? Get the flyer, I think. And then we will kill the Zoraline. We're at 13, but we do have Atraxa with life link. So 1 poison, 2 energy. My gosh, how many counters can there be? 1 poison, 2 energy, all sorts of... this has got Death Touch as well. Oh, Shadow Spear, that's annoying. Port Town. What if we... the Death Touch is going to be pretty annoying. Taxa, whilst you have the most life, you draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can't do everything we want to do. I don't really know what to do. Go for Atraxa, but then they probably have a kill spell. You know what? I'm just going to leave up the Kindred Denial here. As much as it's a bit annoying. Oh, I'm glad we did that. I don't want them to resolve a veto, to be honest. We get a Tainted Observer. Okay. And they're going to start swinging in with the Preacher and drawing cards. Gross. 3/5 Trample, Death Touch, Lifelink. That is annoying as hell. Binding! Yay! Let's go for the Evangel. And then, yeah, we're going to Binding that, because that is getting really quite absurd, to be honest. Nice. And then we'll hold off. We're down to 10. It's kind of risky. They've done all the damage with just random bits and bobs as well, haven't they? It's kind of just lots of little death by 1,000 cuts, which is concerning, but... they keep forcing us to kind of have removal. Oh, jeez. When you pay this cost, put that many counters on itself. And that's a 3/4. That's going to get bigger as well. 5, 6 down to 5. Oh, that's annoying as hell. I feel like we're going to lose this just because of the... them. There's no reason to go for the Death Touch there just yet. Feels like that's a bit of a waste. And we'll go for the Throbbing Bird as well. Just go for them again. I guess we can attack with this. It's unlikely that they block, right? Yeah, I thought as much. We can do it again. That was a lot in one turn. Imagine we had the Tainted Observer out as well. But yeah, I feel like a couple of removal spells and we just die, or any, the Shadow Spear. But yeah, this Guide of Souls has kicked our butt this game. Do they have the removal? I don't really want to lose the sentry either, because if this dies, they get their bat back. But yeah, I guess they can attack with the Shadow Spear on the adversary. They're going in. 5, 6. I think we go for the root cause, which is this. But then if we go for this, it means I still have a fly we can't deal with. So I think we actually go for the fly, to be honest. So without trample, we go to 4. Okay, but yeah, this is going to be problematic. Another bloomin' flyer. And a Shieldred. Oh, nuts. Yeah, well, that's it then. I think that's it. Oh, well, it was close. They just had card after card after card. Would it have been better to kill the adversary? No, I don't know. I don't think so. But yeah, look how close that was. If they didn't have the flyer, we wouldn't be able to hit them. That would have taken them to 7, and then Atraxa would have proliferated for 8. Are we dead? Let's see. Oh, the Shadow Spear. Yeah, the Shadow Spear kills us, doesn't it? It's a trample. Oh, no. No way, and Soren's going to kill us with a +2. Oh, fair enough. Damn. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Oh, yeah. Turn 1 elves. Isn't it sad that the game is basically just turn 1 elves? Everyone's using some kind of ramping. Most decks are green something. Apart from this guy. This otter. But yeah. It's kind of whack, innit? And then turn 2, cultivate. I mean, who wants to see that? Am I right? Blue. Green. Green, blue. Green, blue? Yeah, green, blue. It's crazy. Alania. Casting spells gives them lots of stuff. Ace Toxic 3. This is crazy. Ace Toxic 3. What are they going to do? Strict Serenade? Oh, that scared the living shizzle out of me, that did. Don't really see Strict Serenade very much, do you? But you will see, you know, Bovine Intervention and other things that turn creatures into other things. There you go, 3 Infect. Turn, what is this, turn 3? Surprise! Oh, that's quite funny.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Methods, euphemism. Oh, we're gonna flip it as well. It's annoying. 4 damage. Damn.
To be amazed beyond
Kind of annoying.
imagination.
Oh, man, that Ral's so crazily powerful. So crazily powerful. Yeah, and let's get ourselves. I think a black source will suffice here. Put the pressure on. Break that poison. We have no further
Supercharged.
kills. Well, oh, God's sake! Is it just like a Super Friends build? This is pretty irritating. They've gotten everything they bloody need now, haven't they? Fell. I guess we're just going to draw 3 cards. No. No lands in that. That is frigging crazy.
Today's my lucky day.
So are they going to go for Alania? Ooh, go for Alania so we can kill it. Good. Pearl of Wisdom. No way. They had enough mana to do that as well. Do you know what? I reckon we're going to win this game just by using proliferate cards. Bit of an interesting challenge there. So we definitely want to kill Alania, though. We do want to slow them down a bit. They've got red mana up. What else do we want to do? bounce that. Everything we do, everything we have proliferate is freaking awesome. And we can even use this as well, so they'll be at 7. They're kind of in trouble, aren't they? Especially when they're coming across 7. But although saying that, the Chandra can just
Supercharged.
add 2 red
super
there.
Ready.
So they can actually go for Alania again. My god, that's annoying.
Yup, you're going down.
My god. Storm Chaser's talent. Interesting. Interesting. They'd rather go for that than the... Oh, they're going to go for the Otters. Okay. Shatter Skull smashing. How do I feel about this? I don't know. I don't know if we're going to have to take these guys out, but we'll try. As I said, we've got a lot of these cheeky little cards. Okay. 7 infect. What does inevitability taste like? I mean, we can go for Metastatic Evangel and Jawbone Duelist. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 5, 6, 7. That. So if we go for Atraxa here, and then proliferate to 8, it does mean that they probably want to focus on killing this. But then, no, I think it's actually better to go for the... Okay, let's go for Evangel here. Sentry. Get rid of that stupid thing. Proliferate. This is so crazy how we can do these cheeky things. Proliferate again. So now they need a board wipe. Really. Well, board wipe, couple kill spells. And I don't know, there's a lot of different things it can do. But it attracts the inevitability part here.
This'll be easy.
So even if they use all the mana and kill all this stuff, then Atraxa can kind of just win us the game by itself. Oh yeah, but it is annoying that they had the RAL as well.
Help me check the voltage. What?
They didn't even have to apply too much to the field, and now they just have to counter the Atraxa, I suppose, or kill her before the end phase, which is super annoying. Yeah, maybe that was a mistake to not go for the Atraxa. Because I was thinking if I went for Atraxa, that's the hardest thing to resolve. But then these other things, would we have resolved 3 things in the next turn? I don't really know. No, they've only got 1 mana open.
Out of my way! Muscle it on a mission. You get to be my protege today.
Am I missing something here? Unless this is a counter. So they have if they have any blue counter spells, then they've got us, I think. And there's no way we can come back from this. No way! Oh my god! I can't believe I did that. I was panicking. Yeah, that's crazy. So I guess the one thing that Atraxa has, is, despite whatever rarity is using, is the inevitability of proliferation. Like, I think we did amazing to pull all those. And obviously the Tyrannax Atrocity, they're giving us 3 to start with. And 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Oh, that's kind of intense. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.